This here is Boom Studios Go-Go Power Rangers comic issue number 18. Over 10,000 years ago, Zordon says the universe is dying, and it's his fault. Master Vile's forces are unrelenting, and this is where Masked Rider is brought into the world of Boom Studios Power Rangers, like the original TV shows, because Zordon is on the planet Edenoi talking to King Lexion. It's great to see the two series cross over again in comic book form, as Power Rangers introduced the Masked Rider in the original TV series. It just makes sense for Zordon and King Lexion, two wise men fighting for the good, to be allies. Their history especially makes sense as Alpha 5 was said to be from Edenoi in the TV series. So it also makes sense then for Alpha 1 to be built there. The Lexions built Alpha 1 as an all-in-one machine, so not only does he assist Zordon, he fights alongside him as well. So the purposes for which Alpha 1 was built was a bit different from Alpha 5, because Alpha 5 was not built for combat. Returning to the present, the Power Rangers continue their battle with the Stabosaurus Rex. It's still proving a challenge for the Rangers, as it easily beats all 5 Rangers down. Lucky for them, Alpha 1 is there to scan for the Stabosaurus Rex's weakness. Billy, Kimberly and Zack bring out their blade blasters and start firing at the Stabosaurus Rex. Alpha 1 tells Jason and Trini that a concentrated volley might be able to breach the monster's defenses. And with that, the Rangers come together for the tower formation we used to see in the TV series. With Kimberly and Trini somersaulting into position, they fire off the concentrated blast, putting an end to the Stabosaurus Rex. Zack says he doesn't know where Alpha 1 came from, but since he provided the help the Rangers needed to win, he doesn't really care. Next up, we see Lady Fienna, who's questioning how she could be in the Mortals plane again. She obviously knows she should be dead. Rita tells her that she's a corporeal echo, energy neither living nor dead. Lady Fienna eventually recognizes Rita, all grown up, but she cannot tell that she's turned evil. It's rather funny as Lady Fienna tells Rita that she's more beautiful than she could have imagined. I'm not sure I'd call someone in Rita's outfit beautiful. In fact, alarm bells probably would be ringing at first sight. In these 2 pages, we see from Rita's expressions that she does look as though she's missed her mother. It does look like she's good, but it's clear from what she says that she just wants information from her mother. And then she returns to her normal self, as she shows Lady Fienna the Dragon Power Coin, and lies to her that Zordon's gone. Rita knows that Lady Fienna studied under Zordon, and asks if the coin can be reactivated. She's told that the coins are protected and need to be unlocked. So what, they require a morpher? Anyway, more deceit from Rita as she tells her mother that her father is coming, and if Lady Fienna does love her, she'd help her now. At the command center, the Rangers bring Alpha 1 in, who's stopped by Alpha 5. Zordon says it's alright for him to pass as he's an old friend. Interestingly, Alpha 1 kneels and addresses Zordon as his master, highlighting yet another difference between him and Alpha 5. Alpha 1 was built as a servant, Alpha 5 was built as an assistant. Before the time of the Power Rangers, Alpha 1 went into battle and was instrumental in keeping Master Vile's forces at bay. One day though, Zordon had Alpha 1 investigate rumours of an invasion at an uninhabited moon, which turned out to be a trap. It was detonated and Alpha 1 was seemingly destroyed because Zordon couldn't find him in the debris for weeks. Alpha 1 said he was hurtling through space and inoperable for centuries, but was then rescued and rebuilt. That's when Alpha 1 went in search for Zordon. This reminds me of Star Trek The Motion Picture, where NASA's Voyager 6 space probe was discovered by another race and then transformed into Vija, which then ended up returning towards Earth. As it collected data, it also destroyed worlds. In other words, Alpha 1 might not be the same as he was before. But Zordon welcomes Alpha 1 to join the team anyway, as long as he doesn't call him Master anymore. As the Rangers show Alpha 1 around the command center, Alpha 5 wonders why Zordon never mentioned Alpha 1 to him. Zordon says he was ashamed. At Angel Grove High, Trini goes to see the counselor, She has her doubts about letting Alpha 1 join the team, and it is revealed she spoke to the other Rangers, wondering why Alpha 1 was monitoring them for so long, and only just recently revealed himself to the Rangers. The other Rangers don't seem to mind, and Jason said that Zordon vouched for Alpha 1, and he trusts Zordon. The counsellor thinks that Trini is seeing her because either the new employee, i.e. Alpha 1 joining the team, is a change Trini is resisting, or it's because Jason sided with the other Power Rangers and not Trini, which has upset her. On the moon, Rita is back to her usual wicked self as she tells the Rangers that she knows the power coins are not merely open doors to the morphing grid. They are locked and only Zordon holds the key. But they can be reactivated by someone who is worthy. That explains why Lorian couldn't sustain the morph and why Tommy in the TV series could become the Green Ranger. As Rita tells the others of her plans to sacrifice someone to unlock the coin, Lady Fiona watches her from the shadows. At the command center, Alpha 1 is looking at Billy's invention seen in the Switching Places episode of the original series. That was a nice reference. Alpha 5 walks in, and Alpha 1 refers to him as his great-great-great-grandchild. Alpha 5 tells him that he's not much of a fighter when Alpha 1 asks him if Zordon has tested him in battle. Alpha 1 tells him with the proper modifications they could fight together side by side. We don't see Alpha 1's weaponry, so he is a proper battle machine. He claims that the Alphas were built to be warriors, and their purpose is to make Zordon's dream of peace and harmony a reality. Alpha 1 says that once they defeat Rita, they will aid their allies and free countless worlds suffering from her wake. He tells Alpha 5 that the tide is about to turn. So then, Alpha 1's programming may have deviated from its original purpose. Back on the moon, Lady Fiona approaches Rita and tells her she's been listening in on Rita's conversations and that she's been inspecting the palace. She knows what Rita's up to and asks why she's doing this. Rita says she's too much like her father. She obviously gets it from Master Vile. Would be nice to know why she chose Vile over Fiona one day. Rita should have been the shining light in the dark universe. And on that disappointment, Lady Fiona decides to stop Rita. In a sense, it's something like out of Star Wars. Anakin Skywalker was supposed to bring balance to the Force, but ultimately turned to the dark side and became Darth Vader. Rita was supposed to bring order to the universe, and look how she turned out. This was a very enjoyable read as we got to see the Masked Rider world and how Alpha 1 came about. It was just nice for the Masked Rider to show up again after it was largely ignored following its original airing, as it didn't match the success of Power Rangers. Alpha 1's return here and the lack of Alpha 1 in the main comic probably means that Alpha 1 is going to go rogue and turn on the Rangers. He's clearly got an ulterior motive. Now we have to wait to see what Rita will do next. Will she destroy her mother or what?